Hey guys, it's your girl Kizzy Rock, and yes, Kizzy Rock is my birth given name. Happy Wednesday, happy hump day. Want to say hey to all my subscribers, new as well as season. I got a word for you. Tap in. Happy Wednesday, guys. Very quick recording. I have 10. You guys know I typically don't count because I always lose count, and then something else pops in, and I'll add something or take it away. Well, I never take it away, but I always add something. So I have 10. I'm going to try to stick with 10, but work with me if I get off track. I want to talk to you guys about 10 things that will help you through a healing process, 10 things that will help you build your confidence and your self-esteem up, 10 things that can help free you and just help you to continue to become your best self on your journey. All right, number 1, try saying no. This is not easy for a lot of people, especially people who've experienced trauma and who have people-pleasing seeds. You're typically the person that everybody comes to. You're typically saying yes, 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 yes. There's nothing wrong with saying yes. I'm speaking about saying yes even when it's affecting you, even when you don't want to say yes. So that can look like you have plans to just kind of relax the weekend. Like your mind is set up, you're tired, you're overwhelmed, you just want to relax. And then someone calls you to babysit their children because they want to go out. And you know good and well you don't want to, you want to relax, and you just say yes because you feel if you don't say yes, they're not going to like you anymore. They're going to abandon you. They're going to think that you're this and you're that. So you say yes. Try saying no to something. And a lot of people don't realize this because most people are just no. But a lot of people struggle with saying no. So say no to something this week. I want to challenge you. Number 2, go somewhere alone. Go somewhere alone. Some people can do this, of course. Right? Well, never mind. Go somewhere alone. Go to maybe like, just go somewhere alone. Typically, this would be a place where you always have to take somebody. You feel like if you don't have a person with you, then you feel like others are looking at you. You're kind of just like frantically freaking out. You don't feel like you belong there. You feel like you're all weird, and like take yourself somewhere alone. It's not that you're going to be fearless. It's about pushing past the fear. When you push past the fear, you start to build confidence and you start to realize like, wow, I can do different things. I don't have to keep waiting on people to do things that I really want to do. Take yourself somewhere alone. Number 3, take yourself on a date. And I'm talking about like a intimate date. Take yourself to dinner. Take yourself to movies. Take yourself to dinner. Someplace intimate where it's just you and the Lord. Take yourself out. When you start taking yourself out, you will realize that you actually enjoy your own company. You will realize at some point that you don't need a person. People are great, right? They should, yes. But let's just say a time comes and a relationship ends or a marriage ends or someone is out of town for Valentine's. You're not all feeling all lost and depressed because another person can't take you out to dinner or, to an intimate setting. Take yourself out. Learn to enjoy your own company. Again, this may not just be easy for some people, but again, it's about pushing past the fear. Number 4, give yourself small goals and hold yourself accountable for completing those goals at the end of the day or at the end of the week. This can look like waking up in the morning and say, you know what, today I'm going to do 3 things, whatever those 3 things are on your to-do list or whatever you say you're going to do. Typically what happens, the day go on and we get distracted, we get pulled in different directions. Sadly, sometimes it's other people's direction and we leave our things abandoned. So make it a duty to give yourself a goal and knock it out. That can be routine, skincare, hair care, whatever your goal is, knock it out. You will be amazed at how when you And most times you don't even feel like it, right? But you will be amazed at how giving yourself goals and seeing it through will give you a sense of confidence. Like, you know what? If I can hold myself accountable, I can hold other people accountable. It's the little small things, believe it or not. Number 5, look people in the eyes. I'm still waiting on somebody to respond to my email and let me know that they've challenged themselves. Guys, I'm working on something. I'll let you guys know in the future how I'm going to do it, but I'm working on something where I'm going to start like a Zoom session, like a community session for everybody I've encountered thus far who wants to attend on YouTube. So we can just kind of get in there and just really challenge each other and help each other, more of a sense of community, if you will, and really start to just help each other along this journey. Let it be healing, let it be encouragement, let it be motivation, etc., etc. But look people in the eyes. This can be very, very weird for people who've experienced massive amounts of trauma, people who deal with, of course, low self-esteem, no confidence, because you feel like you're beneath, right? Just don't feel like you belong. You don't feel like you're enough. You feel like if somebody's looking at you in the eye, they're seeing your soul. And half the time, people don't even know their head from their feet. They're dealing with their own stuff. And here you thinking like, oh my God, they're looking at my eyes and they're seeing all of my trauma. They're seeing all of my low self-esteem. Them people ain't, they got their own stuff going on, right? But looking people in their eyes will let people know that you are confident within yourself, that you know who you are. And then it's just about respect. You don't want to be talking to somebody, you looking at your feet, and the person is like literally having a conversation with you. So I challenge you to look somebody in the eyes. This can be somebody at Walmart, the cashier. And just don't glimpse like a quick second, right? Like, as you speak to them, look them in the eyes at least for like 3 seconds. 10 seconds. Next, number 6. This is huge. This is going to really help a lot of people with freeing themselves and just getting a lot of stuff out of your spirit. Writing down your fears and your resentments. Writing down your fears and your resentments. Of course, everyone's list will look different, but write them down and then throw them away, if it's like something you don't want anybody to see or whatever. But just for example, like just have one sheet for fears. Let me just tell you, when you start writing your resentments, you're going to realize how much resentments you truly had bogged down in your spirit. Your fears are going to probably take up maybe half of the sheet, but honey, you're going to need a whole notebook for your resentments, because it's like when you start writing them, they're going to just start coming out more and more. You're cleansing your spirit. So that can look like, I don't know, fears. Snakes, that's definitely mine, honey. Roller coasters, that's definitely mine. Right. So it can be petty as that. And then it can be fear that no one will ever love me. Fear that I will lose my job. Fear that I will never heal from trauma. I'm fearful that right? Write your fears. Don't hold back. Nobody can see it. You're just writing on a piece of paper. Let it out. Freeing this stuff from it has to leave your spirit one way or another. So if you're not a person who wants to attend therapy, absolutely fine. That's not for everybody, right? But it has to get out. You can speak it, but I'm speaking about literally getting it on paper, right? When you start writing your resentments, be very clear, right? Be very direct. I resent Stephanie, who bullied me in 2nd grade and took my lunch. I resent my father for not being there. I resent my mother for not buying me those shoes on the first day of school, and I got teased the whole year. I resent people calling me names. I resent being a people pleaser. I resent that trauma has made me a people pleaser. I resent that I don't feel beautiful because I was molested. I resent. Just keep writing everything that you resent. And you will be amazed at how many things will literally leave your spirit and get on paper, and how freeing you will feel after the fact. And then get rid of it. Whatever way you choose, get rid of it if you choose to. Number 7, affirmations are so important. Affirmations are so important. Affirmations are so important. Listen, if you don't think you're everything, ain't nobody else gonna believe it. Period. Not talking about cocky here at all. We're speaking about confidence. You know who you are. You know no one can touch you because you're in your own lane, point blank, period. You're not worried about the next person, point blank, period. You don't even see the next person, point blank, period. I don't care how fine she is. I don't care how thick she is. Sis, you ain't touching me. You bad, but I'm good, period. Affirmations are so important. Look yourself in the mirror. I don't care if you believe it. Most times you don't even, when you first start, you just be like, I'm just talking to the wall. Keep saying it and watch how it transforms your life. Look yourself in the mirror. I'm beautiful. I'm bold. And I mean, you have to say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. You have to say it like you really mean it. You can't be all, nobody's hearing you, right? It's just you in the mirror, right? But the spiritual room is hearing you. God is hearing you. You're hearing you. You got to say it like you mean it. Seriously. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above and not beyond. Point blank, period. I am the prize. I got choices in these streets. Point blank, period. I don't chase. I attract. The light of God shines bright through me. Anything I touch turns to gold. And I mean absolutely anything. If God said it, it is. Period. And go on and go on and go on. Create your affirmations, because I can give you a whole list, but that may not be your struggle. For me, I have to repeat over and over. I have patience. And honey, I feel like a whole fraud, right? But I have to keep saying it. And the more I say it, I got patience. I have patience. I have grace for patience. I keep getting more. And I was so proud of myself yesterday, honey. I was in the line somewhere. And let me just tell you, you know how they start like changing the registers right when you, honey. I was in my feelings. Like, how you going to wait till I get here to start changing I didn't tell them that. I'm thinking this right. To change the registers. You have 5 people and all along, and it have nothing to do with them. That's all God testing me. But I'm so proud of myself, honey. I waited there and I shut my mouth. If you could be inside me, then you would know I had steam coming out of my ears, but they didn't know it, honey. Let me just tell you, right? So the point is, I'm saying I have patience, even when I know it's still an area that I have a lot of work to do. But I'm saying it because I believe it. I have patience. Period. So create your affirmations for you, because you know your areas of struggle. You know your areas of struggle. And even if it's not an area of struggle, you just create a list, put it on your wall, put it on your mirror, and you look yourself in the mirror, directly in your own eyes. You repeat your affirmation, because you are everything. Period. Next thing, what number am I on? I'm all in my passion right now, honey. Number 8. Do something for yourself. Do you guys realize how we do everything for everybody else? I promise you, honey, that is me all day long. Like, literally, you do everything for everybody else. But now when it's time to do something for yourself, you're sitting here going back and forth. Like, do I really need that? I mean, I really need to be saving some money. But then somebody else calls you and you hear from God, and God says, go ahead. And then you're like, all right, God, I hear you. Here you go. And when you give it, it's no reservations, right? Because it's like, God is confirming you to help this person who may be in need. But why, when it comes to us, there's this reservations about, no. Do something nice for yourself. Take yourself on a date, as I said earlier. Take yourself, whatever you want to do. Take yourself out of town. Take yourself on the trip. Buy that nice bag, ladies, right? If you just do something, if it's something, of course, where you might be going through some financial hardship, something small. Take yourself to Starbucks. Stop roasting Folgers every morning. Go pay that $7, honey, on that caramel macchiato, right? Number 9. Can't read my hand right, honey. What? Just be... Child, I can't even read my own handwriting. Just be something. I'll come back to it. Number 10, forgiveness. Again, forgiveness is a process. Some people don't struggle with forgiveness. I had an associate in the past season, I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like it. And I mean, these people can like offend her to like a real deep level. And it's almost like she's like, you know what? I give it to God. I pray for their soul. And I mean, honestly, she don't harbor anything. I mean, she can see the person and truly just all love. Listen, we all are different. We all are different. Again, patience and forgiveness is not my strong point, but I realize how important forgiveness is. Again, forgiveness is not about you. It's about the other person. True. No. Forgiveness is for you, not about the other person. Did I just say that? It truly frees you. It's like in our mind, in our logical mind, we think forgiveness is about letting the other person win. Like if I such and such, if I forgive them, oh, they win. If I forgive them, they get away. No. If you don't forgive them, you don't get away. You stay in bondage. So forgiveness is a process, of course. Personally, I believe it has to be one done through God, point blank period, right? My personal opinion. Especially depends on how deep that thing go, right? Petty stuff, whatever, that can just slide. But I'm talking about those deep betrayals, that deep hurt, that deep resentment, right? You got to start seeing it as, well, this is what helped me, right? It's important to see it as, if the person never did this, and that, you will not be where you are. Now, if you're still in a posture where you can't see where God is taking you and how, if they didn't do this, your life wouldn't be so great now, then you're going to probably still struggle here because you haven't got there yet. But when you keep moving forward, right? When you keep on with your healing process, even though the forgiveness part may still be a struggle, but you're moving forward through your healing process, you're still trusting God, whatever God is taking you, you don't need the whole blueprint, you're just following God. And finally, when God gets you to your place of destiny and you start to really level up, etc., it will all make sense to you on why that betrayal had to happen. You would not be able to be where you are. Let's just say, for example, you married someone. God ain't had nothing to do with that foolishness, honey. Right? You married this child of God, and God ain't had nothing to do with that foolishness. What typically happens in our first relationship or two? I mean, let's just keep it real, right? God ain't had nothing to do with that, even though it felt like that, honey. Ooh, honey, it felt like this, and that. Child of God was not in that foolishness. And now, 5 years into marriage, he leave you for somebody else. Hopefully not your best friend, because let me tell you, that's a whole different level. Thank God I never had to deal with that, because let me just tell you, child, it will be World War III. But the point is, those are like different kinds. If somebody just leaves you, that okay, that's a sting of rejection, hurt, whatever. But that betrayal type forgiveness, that's going to be an extra level of healing and processing. All right, so it didn't work out in whatever way. So you went through this process of being hurt. You're mourning and thinking like, oh, my life is so over. Child, please. My life is so over because such and such left me, right? But you have to go through this process. It's a grieving process. And you think you will never find anybody better than him, honey. He was the truth, honey, with a stink foot. Okay, so now, years later, right? Because you're following the Lord. He's taking you higher and higher. You get to destiny, honey. You not meet your girl. The kind of men in destiny season, right? Okay, you not meet you a whole man, honey. All caps, M-A-N. All man. Period. A whole man. And you fall in love, spiritual love, which can't even compare to just your lust love, right? It's ordained. And you discover in destiny, oh my goodness, I didn't even know there was a such thing as healthy relationships. All we knew was busting each other's head and going through each other's phone and all stressed out and all that fussing and fighting, acting the fool, right? You don't even know that there's a whole different type of relationship and marriage and peace and just reciprocity and just love and mutual respect and growth and all this other stuff. You didn't even know that. If he didn't leave you 5 years prior, how would you have ever known that? You would still be stuck there. You would still be stuck with him. Stuck and miserable. How would you have ever known what was in destiny season? So once you arrived at destiny season and you look back, you're like, Lord, thank you this fool was a fool. Thank you that he didn't even know he was fumbling the bag. Thank you, Lord, for letting him do whatever he do. Go wherever he went. Thank you, Lord, for letting him free me. Because now he got to sit back and watch. Now he got to compare everything that came behind me that will never measure up. Now he got to see I'm free and I'm whole. Or she got to see that I'm free and I'm whole and I'm happy and I'm at peace. And they're going to want back in. That they fumbled. Period. So the point is that they never hurt you. So it's easy to forgive them. It's like, oh, thank you. Thank you for hurting me. Oh, thank you. Seriously. Like, for real, from your heart. So it's easy to forgive from that point. But when you are stuck and you are refusing to let God heal you, you're still stuck in the slump. Seriously. It's been 74 years and you're still complaining about this man. You still want to bust his head to the white meat. You still haven't tried to put your little Mary Janes on so you can go meet you. You refuse. All men are dogs. I never such and such again. You are stuck in this slump. There is no way in the world you're going to forgive somebody like that. How are you going to forgive somebody and you feel like you're still stuck in that moment? You got to forgive people. And that's a process. I don't know why I'm still looking at number 9. I can't figure it out, guys. So either that was part of my flesh got up in there and I jot something down. I don't know. Or it could be a distraction from the enemy because he don't want somebody to get it. But I'll tell you this. If I figure it out, I'll put number 9 in the comment section and I will pin it. You guys have a great day. It's your girl, Kizzy Rock.